Hi guys, so today I want to react to World War II in 30 seconds using Google Earth. Before we even start the video, I think it's only fair to give props to the original creator, which was Franceinanutshell. The video is very well made, so I recommend you check out his channel. It's in the description, as will be his video. So I think let's begin. And right off the bat, you might think that this is the first invasion, that they have started to invade part of Poland, but no, this is actually part of Germany. Basically what happened in World War II, or World War I, sorry, Germany was kind of split in half, and Poland kind of divided it. So this is actually a part of Germany, even before the World War even began. And it's sort of like having a colony, but like imagine part of your country was like completely cut off from the other part of your country by another country. It'd be kind of embarrassing, and it'd make people really angry. And it was referred to the Polish corridor. It's part of Poland separating it. Yeah, so Germany did really hated the Polish corridor and that the fact that it was split off from the rest of Germany. So let's continue. So you can see here that they invaded Czechia, Austria, and Slovakia. I think at the time it was just Czechoslovakia. But basically, because people didn't want to start another world war, the Allies just kind of gave it to them, pretty much saying, "Don't do this again, and you'll have it." But they did keep doing it, which kind of worried the Allies. Now at this part, they're saying, "Don't invade Poland, or we will declare war." And I think that maybe Germany thought that they just keep doing what they were doing, which was just lie, or like was pretty much just not do anything. That they will do something, they might say that, but they're not actually going to. But they did end up declaring war. And also, it's not shown in the video, but Russia, I think at the time was USSR, also helped invade Poland, which is why Poland fell so easily. And also, yeah, the UK and France did ended up declaring war on Germany. And they also, Germany invaded Denmark and Norway. And that's really fast, but what happened there is blitzkrieg. Basically, Germany was going to want to knock out France. So what they did was pretty much blitzkrieg. It was pretty much just fast fighting. Basically, France had left a part underdefended because they thought that nature would pretty much defend it. It was hard to get through, but Germany did get through and ended up defeating their forces and kind of trapped them here. And as a result, France fell. Oh, and you'll also notice that this part isn't as red as the other parts, and that's because France became kind of like a puppet state to Germany, meaning that it continued. It looked like it was under German control, which basically meant that it looked like France was not part of the Allies anymore, and it was actually helping Germany now. And I'm guessing that Germany did that so that it would look bad for the UK, but also so that maybe it wouldn't wreck any ships of France, so that they could kind of keep using them. Because like if maybe they thought that if they used French ships, the UK wouldn't sink them since it had French people on it, who were just kind of following the orders of Germany. But the UK did sink them there. I think they warned France not to do it, and they will continue to sink it, and they did sink it. That's got to be terrifying. I mean, just looking at this map, you can see it's all red, pretty much. Only the UK and Iceland are there, and also this big blotch of Switzerland, who remains fiercely neutral. But the situation isn't as bad as you might think. Don't get me wrong. Like the situation is really bad, but it's not as bad when you think about it, because the UK had many. It owned more of the world than the map lets on. It owned Canada, India, or at the time the Indian subcontinent, which include Pakistan and Bangladesh and many other countries. So they weren't truly alone. the UK and Iceland, but it was still a pretty terrifying situation.
Under the command of General Eisenhower,
probably the biggest mistake that Germany ended up making is the invasion of the USSR, because the USSR is really cold, and as a result, they couldn't get far. You'll notice that very few invasions of Russia have been successful. You can see that at the very beginning,
under the command of General
it was successful,
Eisenhower, Allied
but then it ended up being not so successful because you're not born or trained to be as resistant to the cold as Russia. Like someone who's born there is much more well suited to fight in Russia than someone who wasn't, like a German. That's why Russians were able to kind of crush them. Not only were they so enormous in both terms of size and population, they were also much well trained in the cold. So yeah.
naval forces, supported by strong air forces, began landing Allied armies this morning on the northern.
So you can see that the liberation of France and the USSR began, and also you can see here that Italy becomes. It looks like Italy just kind of got invaded by the Allies, which is also partly true, but also Italy kind of became like a good guy kind of at the end, if you would like to refer to it like that. And kind of signed a treaty with the Allies because they just didn't want to keep fighting anymore. I guess they just knew that they couldn't win at that point. But yeah, that's probably the biggest, worst decision made by Germany in the entire war, and that's probably what led to their downfall. I think that if they didn't invade Russia, they'd still lose. I don't think they'd be able to win. But yeah, it's probably a very big mistake made by Russia. Alright, and that's it. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing for more content. Leave a comment about what I should do for my next video, if I should make original content or if I should react to other people's videos. As usual, or as I said before, the channel and the video will be down in the description. That's it. Bye.